And then sooner or later they take their kids for granted. Sooner or later they take their economy for granted. And then we have labeling economy where they say, lazy people, but not lazy people. Because one person has set a button and they are giving to each other. One thing that really pissed me off in this country is the level of excellence. People come into work as if we owe them to be at work. They are not willing to do what they are hired to do. They said, I will do it. They even lied in CVs. I can go an extra mile. But when you give them a task, just move a chair to this. Like you don't move a chair. Why not sit at home and take care of your kids and groom a generation of poor cities? So I want to challenge you sitting here today that you represent a certain generation. And your diversity of thought is important for your generation. Say, my diversity of thoughts, my diversity of ideas is crucial for my generation. Thank you. The third point is the fourth point, right? Fall in love with relationship building. Fall in love with relationship building. I can tell you, it takes a lot to start a business. It takes a lot to be known. It takes a lot to have the media covering each and every event you do. But when you know people, it does not take a lot. When you know the relevant people, it does not take a lot. Just from Moka, the Yvonne, I managed to get 4 contacts from media houses in a click of send on WhatsApp. Just for being here at Maun and doing my work, I managed to get this venue in a click of send. Who do you know who introduced you to the next level? I normally say these people are doors, and whichever door you open, it introduces you to a new reality. You don't have to hold your reality until you understand the new reality. So every day when we meet people, we are introduced to a new realm of consciousness and thinking. And because sometimes we want to hold on to who we are, who am I to stand here and speak to you? Now I don't even have 10 years experience in HR. Who am I to write about building teams? I haven't, led any teams of 100 people. Who am I to talk about this? People who know they are sitting down. And those who are doing, they don't even know. And sooner or later, the people who don't know and they are doing, they are called experts. I can tell you. She wrote an article about me, I think 2 years ago. She said, "Men of greatness." And I said, why is she exposing me like that? It's the value she saw in me that I was doing. There are people who can write a better book than this, but they may never write a book. And our generation may never change. And our generation may never improve. So every day when an idea comes to my mind, I don't say, who am I? I say, this is the right time for me to lead. So that is the consciousness that I need to expose myself to. Again, so falling in love with the relationship building is crucial for today. Business failures, we mean people failing. Organizational structure failing, we mean people failing. When we say our organization, the turnover is this, we are talking in numbers, but behind those numbers are people doing the work. When this organization at the end of the year, they say Black Restaurant made this much, they are talking about these people. And if they are not able to interact and learn from each other, then it will translate in numbers. COVID is hard. Sometimes it's not COVID, it's the people, right? Sometimes it's the people that we are not able to connect, we are not able to lead, and we are not able to understand each other. Say, my role today is to connect with people. Because people are doors, and they can introduce me to unlimited destinies. The fourth point is place higher value on people, which automatically translates into your destiny. Place a higher value on the people. When I started understanding this, I started not caring about how important I am. I started caring about connecting with people, learning from other people, and understanding that every person, regardless of whether they are junior, they are school dropout, they are doing whatever, there is something that I can learn from them. And when you start focusing your mind in getting value from everyone, what ends up happening is that even when people count certain people out, you are able to sit them down and say, but what do you think about this issue? And major divine connections happens when we are able to humble ourselves and go to the people where people say it's a no-go person. And being able to sit down with them and say, but what do you think? What do you think can be done better? And brilliant ideas come from there. One of the leading women, I wrote her book, she talked about diversity and inclusion. I forgot, I think it's Nosip or something. She wrote a book about diversity. She said before she joined the railway station in South Africa, before they put her as a manager, she came before they knew. She was working with them as an intern. And she found that the brilliant ideas she implemented 10 years later in that organization were coming from the people who were working with the people. Placed higher value on people. And let me share something interesting if you already don't know. People know when you are taking them casually. People know when you are not paying attention to them. People know when you are just listening to them for the sake of you being seen. Listen to them. They know. And they will not come from the depth. They will be shallow with you. And all you think is say, hey, they were saying that. And that is the truth. If you come to anyone with the intention that I will not get anything, guess what? You will not get anything. But if you come to someone and say, I am sure that God has placed something in this person, even when God has not placed something, God is compelled to place something in that person. So your life is of your own creation. Even your meeting, how successful and not successful it becomes, is your own creation. What do you see? For me, I see value in people. And mind you, tomorrow one of the person here may be someone in the Ministry of Employment. And they can call me to work on one department where we look at service excellence. But if I don't see value in you now, why should I see value in you when everyone can see it? There's a song that I like playing. If you don't love me now, don't love me later. When my later is much greater, you don't see that you love the paper. You see, so people only love you later when now, oh, Mr. Makwana, yeah, we really want to work with you. I know people like that, and I know that energy. And I will send a quotation, which is not even my thing. So that say, hey, you know, we have found someone, say, thank you. Because you know people's intention. You can smell them even when they come. Even when someone say hi, you can even feel what already they need. Do they need your time or do they need your resources? Do they want to use you or do they want to work with you? So people know that. So every day when we build relationships, let us be mindful to place authentic value in people. So your next prayer and fasting should be, God help me see value in people. Because you didn't just bring them here to be shamed. You didn't just bring here for them to just add the numbers. There's unique something they need to contribute. And we are not going to lose this person before they do that. And let's all say, I can, I will, I must find value in people. The last 2 points is the truth. Now let's talk about business. Business is becoming more personal. Establishing personal relationship is a must. Business is becoming more personal, and establishing personal relationships, it's a must. Again, so every day the person you meet, you don't know them, you don't know who they know, you don't know what they stand for. So every day, make sure you are your best self. Don't be like a gentleman whom the leader was telling them, ladies and gentlemen, I'm leaving. When I come back, anything that I'll find you holding, it will be yours. We know the story, again. And the gentleman, I'm not going to move it, again. Because what if he comes back and he didn't move it, he missed this opportunity. The dog started rotting and smelling. Now it's too bad for him. And it's too bad for his health. So he started moving the dog, and when he's about to move by the gate, the gentleman comes in and says, whatever you are holding, that is yours. Again, another story is the story of the parable of gifts. He gave people 5 gifts, 3 gifts, 1 gift. He said, oh, they gave me 1, what can I do? Let me just bury it down, nothing I can do with it. He gave the one person 3 multiplied into 6. The other person 10 multiplied into 6. The master comes back, he said, the 1 gift I gave you, you didn't do anything. Let it be taken and be given on other people. And people say, oh, life is not fair. Life is fair depending on who is talking. Because sometimes we don't want to put in the work. Sometimes we don't want to show up. But we are hoping and wishing that things may just magically fall into place. I believe in miracles, but I believe in this kind of miracle. Intentional miracle creating. When you are negotiating with God through your action. When you are doing what you need to be doing. Saying what you need to be saying. So that this Holy Spirit can take over whenever it needs to take over. Every time when you say receive, I don't receive the things I have not worked